Good evening and welcome to the Irish Art Show broadcast from the Scientology Community Centre. Tonight we're delighted to feature a very talented singer-songwriter. She performs live every weekend across the country and has released 3 singles so far. Please welcome Isobel Jennings.
Tell me how it feels, baby, press rewind so we can figure out how to deal. Maybe just let go now, it's all we know, and we can start again. Because now we know that this is the end. You got me going crazy. Stop sending my mind into overdrive so we can figure out how to make everything alright. We're all let each other know that now's the time to let it go. Leave the dark behind. Follow the morning light. Crazy. I'm crazy without you. You've got me going crazy, and I don't know what to do. Without you, I don't know what to do, but I can't hold on anymore. Cause my heart, oh, you have torn. Every embrace and every single face, and yours is the only one that I see. Cause your time is a part of me. Crazy, and I'm crazy without you. You got me going crazy. And I don't know what to do. sand beneath the waves, and you watch me drown. Drift away, drift away, drift away, and watch me drift away. Comfort zone and out of my bubble, following your footsteps frantically. Love's frenzy fever taking over me. Slow it down, take the breath you see. We can pursue mindless insanity. Let there be no panic. Let's let the sun set over the sea. No need to be over dramatic. Just breathe for me. So let me go. Much to handle now, trying to build a wall, but I will knock it down, trying to find a way to leave. Let there be no panic. Let's let the sun set over the sea. No need to be over dramatic. Just breathe for me. Let me go. Don't panic no more. No more. Don't fear it no more. Don't be afraid to soar. Just close your eyes and don't panic. So we start it all again. And maybe then you realize we've always been free. Let there be no panic. Let's let the sun set over the sea. No need to be over dramatic. Just breathe for me. Don't let me go. No panic no more. No more. No panic no more. No more.
This next song hasn't been released yet. I'm hoping to release it this year. So this is a song about a fox, which I have a tattoo of on my back, and it's called The Shadows.
Watches from the shadows as you cross the road. Watches you walk and stumble and roll as you try to find your way home. It's 1:15 and the night's all but done. Do you need some help finding the way? And escort, I tore a bodyguard more. Save it for another day. He picks up the pace, picks up his prats. Fox trots his way to you. Is he after a dance or a certain romance? Mon cher, he just won't say adieu. The man with the amber eyes, they glow as they mask his disguise. night on Camden Street comes to dance you off your feet. A samba, a rumba, or jive, anything to keep the night alive. You turn to dash with ease on your back. Is this a dance around the tag? I run, you chase, I fall. Game of cat and mouse, is that all? Picks up the pace, picks up his prance, and foxtrots his way to you. Is he after a dance or a certain romance? Mon cher, he just won't say adieu. Run, please, he'll follow your scent. Run quickly, knows which way you went. The man with the amber eyes, they glow as they masters the sky. The shadow moves oh so clear, every breath drawing near as he tiptoes and trots and tangles in a dance. She gets entangled. The man with the amber eyes couldn't mask his true disguise. The man with the amber eyes, all we saw in them were pretty Dublin lights.
This next song is a Paolo Nutini song called Iron Sky, which has the most beautiful Charlie Chaplin speech in the middle of it. It's a song I've loved for years. I love Paolo Nutini's work, so it only feels right to do one of his songs today. So I hope you like it.
We are proud individuals living for the city, but the flame couldn't go much higher. We find God and religion to paint us with salvation, but no one, no nobody can give you the power to rise over love, over hate, through this iron sky. The spies become in our mind, over fear into freedom. Oh, that's a life left dripping down the walls of a dream that can't breathe.
I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed. The bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die. And the power that they took from the people will return to the people. And as long as men die, liberty will never perish. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle. You are men. You have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Let us use this power. Let us all unite. I've been gigging since I was in school, and I have a tradition that every one of my sets finishes with Grace, the old Irish song. So I'm gonna sing that as my last song. As we gather in the chapel here in Old Kilmainham Jail, I think about these last few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed? From our school days they have told us we must yearn for liberty. And all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out on, and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this brave land. But when Padraig called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out on, and I will die. With all my
Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. As I walk out on this May morn, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I love so much that I could see his blood upon the rose. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out the door and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
Wow, what a beautiful performance from Isobel Jennings. She is so talented and I'm really looking forward to interviewing her, and I'm also looking forward to hearing about her song, The Shadows. It was a beautiful song and I think she's going to release it, so we'll have to wait and see when I get talking to her. So hello Isobel, how are you?
Hello, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you're here. You're very, very welcome to the Irish Art Show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good to have you. And so I love that you're like a singer-songwriter and a guitarist. Guitarist player, should I say? Not a guitarist.
And a bit of piano thrown in there too.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I got
Do
my,
you?
I taught myself guitar when I was 14. There was an old guitar kicking around the house that was my mum's, and I got bored one day and just decided, sure, I'll teach myself. And then during lockdown, a friend of my auntie was moving house and they didn't have space for the piano anymore, so it went into the back of a van from Adamstown to my house and didn't actually lose its tuning, and I've been teaching myself piano since 2020.
And how are you getting on with it?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. I love my piano because I have 2 degrees in music from UCD, so I like, if I have any particular kind of things college-wise, I can work it out on the piano, or even just for something different, because I've played guitar for so many years, like 8 years now, so it's nice to have another instrument. I intend to keep adding more and more instruments to the list.
And did you have was it a great grandmother or somebody that played piano in your family years ago?
Yeah, so my grandmother, my dad's mother, she was one of the first grade 8 pianists in Ireland. Now, I'm not a classically trained piano player at all. I never got to see her play because she had arthritis by the time I was born. But I have all of her scores from when she was playing. They're all in my house, and I have the stool that she would have played on. So getting to teach myself, I suppose it connects me to, like, my granny on my dad's side was a pianist, and then my granddad on my mum's side was a fiddle player. So there's music like a generation back, and it kind of connects me to them both.
Can you imagine how proud she'd be? Just even to know that you're sitting on her stool.
Yeah.
Using the, you know.
I have a funny feeling she sees it all.
Yeah,
she sees it all.
She does. So is that where your music journey began, or was it when you were like 5 or 6? Or?
Well, like I would have done stage school when I was a kid, and I would have done, like, I did fiddle lessons for a while, and then I wanted to play classical violin. So the violin got scrapped. It sits in my house now still, and then I kind of started teaching myself guitar, but in the years between, I think I might have stopped playing fiddle when I was like 9 or 10, and then teaching myself guitar would have been 14. And that age between 10 and 14, 15, I was so embarrassed to get caught singing. Like, my mum would walk up the stairs, I'd stop. There was a really funny story when I was in first year in school where they asked me to do a live performance for Parents' Night, and I got so nervous that I choked on the air. And I just was like, this is horrendous. So I was at that age where performing was like the last thing on my mind. I was just very happy to be locked in my room with my guitar. But then one random day I was up walking in Ticknock with my mum, and I was just like, I'm gonna make an Instagram account. And I posted a video, and I think that was 2018 or 2017, or I don't even know when, but it's been going around years now, and I've been pretty good at posting each week, and that's kind of where it all really started, teaching myself the guitar and then making the move to go into social media with my music.
And you know, it is such a transition to go from, say, as I always say, from your bedroom to stage, or to just any performance, even if it's just for the aunties and uncles at home.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, like.
But particularly when you're in school, because like I was so young and I really cared about what other people thought. So like that, I remember being absolutely terrified when I posted that video, but I had such a lovely response, and it's literally been 99% wonderful ever since, to the point where someone actually got one of my song titles tattooed on them.
Wow.
So I have a really
Which
great
one was that?
Drift.
Okay.
Someone got the word drift tattooed on them. So I have a really, really great community on Instagram, and I'm so glad that I took that step all those years ago. Like, I'm very proud of little me for doing it, because she was terrified, but it paid off.
But that's what I actually think. It's when you don't need validation from somebody else.
Yeah.
When you've validated yourself
Yeah.
is when you're ready to get on the stage.
Absolutely.
And so anything can be thrown at you on stage, whether it's good, bad, or whatever, you know?
That's it.
So who inspired you musically along the way?
Ooh, if I could say one specific musician that has really been influential in my kind of style of music, and we've quite a similar vocal range, it'd be Imelda May. I'm a huge Imelda May fan. And I love like the kind of, her music is a real mixture of like the rockabilly kind of like fun rock music, and then there's songs like Kentish Town Waltz, which is just her and a
Beautiful,
guitar, and she'd be someone I really look up to. But then like my mum would have always had U2 and David Bowie and James Blunt playing in the car when I was a kid, so I've quite a wide range of influences. Like, I loved the really old music. I cried when Fats Domino died. I have all of his stuff on vinyl, and when he died a couple of years ago, I was devastated. So I'd be an old soul. For someone who's 22, my music taste definitely predates that.
And do you think that your music that you write shows their influence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Who mostly?
I don't know. I think it depends. See, I don't really think, like, when I sit down and I write a song, like, it all just kind of spews out. And it's only when other people listen to my music that they kind of say, oh, I hear this or I hear that. Like, I know, particularly with The Shadows, my mum was saying that she gets Imelda May notes, and someone else was saying that they heard kind of U2 kind of things. To be honest with you, there's been loads of different, I can't even think of half of them, but I think particularly when it's in my lower register and it's the kind of the slower kind of stuff that's slightly jazzy or bluesy even, that always pulls up the Imelda thing, because I do have a very similar range. And then when it kind of, she's someone I look up to so much that like it probably does pull a good portion from her stuff. But like, I've so many musicians that I listen to, and I'd imagine if anyone listened to the song, they'd be able to pick out different people. I think Drift in particular has a real U2 influence. But
And what about The Shadows? Where did you get inspiration for that? Or like, is it always part of your life that you get inspiration?
No.
Or is it just some random person you met, or a random thought?
It literally, I used to be obsessed with writing stories when I was a kid. And my friends say that I'm a great storyteller, that they'd listen to me tell stories. So it just kind of is a natural thing. My mum's in the middle of writing a novel, so it kind of runs in the genes.
Yeah.
We're all quite good when it comes to imagining things. Most of my songs have just kind of been, oh, that would be a nice story. But The Shadows was the first one where I'd actually kind of gone, I intentionally want to write about this. Whereas most of the time I sit down, pick up the guitar, play a few chords, and I'm like, ooh, I have one line, and then all of a sudden I have a whole song. But I'd gotten really frustrated with myself. I was in a bit of a writer's block. I think I hadn't written a song for like a decent one or a full one in like over a year. And I locked myself in the bathroom, brought my guitar in, and I wrote The Shadows. Because there's a photo in my room, and I have an obsession with foxes. They're our family's lucky animal. And there's a photo in my room of a fox standing outside of the Guinness gates. And I said, I want to write a song about a fox following someone through Dublin city centre. So I locked myself in the bathroom, and I started kind of saying I want to pull some kind of funny fox references, but it's so much more than just a fox. Like, you can interpret it as a man or like a person following someone through town. It has like subtle like fox references, like talking about the different types of dances, like the foxtrot and all like little silly things. And yeah, I have a tattoo of a fox on my back, and they played a really huge role in my childhood. Like, anytime we'd see a fox, we'd always say it was my granddad, because he used to feed foxes in Dundrum when he lived there. So I really intentionally wanted to write about a fox, and yeah, it's just kind of rolled into that song, and The Shadows was created in the bathroom.
Brilliant.
Good acoustics in the bathroom, so.
Did you ever do like these, like, what are they called? Writing kind of courses, like, you know?
So as I said earlier on, I have 2 degrees. Well, I've finished one and I've graduated one from UCD, which was a Bachelor of Arts in Irish and Music. And then I stayed on for an extra year to do a thing called a BMUS, which is just a Bachelor of Music. And in the first semester of this year, I had a great lecturer called Dr. Peter Moran, and he runs a module which is just songwriting. And we were taught by members of the music department and members of the English department how to get your brain thinking and stuff. And I remember myself and my boyfriend went to Madrid for a couple of days, and they'd given us this task where we to set a timer on our phone and just write anything for like 3 minutes. And then they said that, like, you know, if you scroll back through the 2-3 pages you might have written in the 2-3 minutes, you'll actually get 1 or 2 good lines. So I've loads of like little funny ways to kind of trigger the songwriting. But for me, it just kind of tends to be, I either sit down at the piano or I sit down at a guitar, and it just comes.
So you never left with a blank page?
No.
Brilliant.
It's good, unless I'm in a block. If I have a block, there's no hope, and I get so frustrated. But I just have to kind of walk away from it, go on a walk in the mountains. I find that I get really rooted in nature. So if I go out on a walk or go out for a hike or whatever, I'm very outdoorsy. So that roots me, and then I go back and do it.
And you actually started gigging during school?
Yeah.
Incredible.
I was quite young. It all started off, I did a gig in my granny's nursing home for a summer party. And that kind of led to another gig with my dad's golf society, and then in the local pub, and then other places saw that I was gigging up on social media, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is great.
And now it's brought you to like Electric Picnic.
I know.
How cool is that?
So last year I played the Art Lot stage at Electric Picnic on the Sunday. I opened up, and I also played on the grounds of Slane Castle last year.
You weren't expecting that when you were
I
in
wasn't
school
expecting that when I was 14 teaching myself guitar. So like 2023 was a particularly good year between recording my song in Hellfire Studios, recording the music video, Slane, Electric Picnic. Like, it was great. So I hope 2024 is half the year that last year
You were
was.
definitely on a roll that year, I can tell you,
Yeah.
weren't you? Yeah, for sure. And tell us about, because I haven't heard about this, tell us about the local music initiative, Sub Sounds.
So Sub Sounds is based it's in Rua Red in Tala.
Oh, I love Rua Red.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Myself and my
little
dad
spot.
go for coffees there. They're
It's
so
brilliant.
nice.
We rehearse with the band up
Yeah,
there.
so nice.
But it's ran by Martin Moran and a few others, and I took part of it, I think it was 2017, 2018, and that gave me the opportunity to get into a room. That's exactly, like, going back to your question earlier on about songwriting, that's where I wrote No Panic. It was No Panic, I think, and Take a Little Time, potentially. It was around the same time, and got in with a full band, and we had to compete for a spot to go and record it in Windmill Lane Studios. And No Panic won one of the slots, and we recorded it in studio with a full band and did a live gig at the end of the course in the Grand Social. So that was one of my first proper gigs with a band anyway, in the Grand Social, and it was brilliant. And it's a great initiative for people that are into music but don't necessarily have friends that are into music. I think it's for like up to 18. I can't remember, it might be 13 to 18 or something, but it's honestly something that I met some of my very best friends through Sub Sounds, and it was a wonderful experience. And it got me thinking about recording and releasing music, which I probably wouldn't have done as quickly if it wasn't for Sub Sounds.
And it's great to meet like-minded people along your journey. Do you know what I mean? You need people that actually like what you do.
Yeah.
As in not performers like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were crucial to my development as a musician, I have to say. Particularly the mentors. They're all just amazing musicians in their own right, and just amazing people, and you really do feel like you're part of a big family up there. So I'd highly recommend it to anyone.
Even from the point of view of validation, even though it is good to validate yourself, it is nice to hear back, well done.
And like, it's also great to hear someone saying, you know what, I like what you did with the bridge, but can you swap it up a little bit for the chorus?
Yeah.
And it's nice to get kind of bit of feedback from people that have been in the industry for years, and particularly when you're a teenager. Like, it's lovely to have people that have done really well at what they've done, been able to give you some really strong, solid advice.
And I've heard so many people that are like, well-known songwriters saying, well, I started off and it was like the verse was the chorus.
Yeah.
And I switched it around and it just changed the whole thing. So I love those stories as well. It's actually been fantastic having you here. Your performance was stunning. You're stunning.
Thank you.
And keep going, keep doing the studies and keep being you, as fantastic as you are.
Thank you so much.
We'll have you back again, I'm sure, some other time.
It would be my pleasure.
We've nearly come to the end of the interview.
I can't believe it.
I know.
It's zoomed by.
Who knew? But I'd like to know, have you goals now for 2024?
I can
Even
be
though we're
very,
halfway through it.
Yeah, I can be very tough on myself when I set things, because I'm a bit too stubborn to know when to stop. So I went in, I have an Instagram challenge this year. That was about the only thing I set from the beginning of the year. A video each week, because I got so bad for actually consistently posting on Instagram. So I've posted a video a week, besides 1 week, because I got my wisdom tooth out. So I have to try and catch up. But a video every week of different kind of songs in different genres, and hopefully get The Shadows recorded professionally and a music video produced. And I'd be very happy if I got that much done for this year, and anything else that falls into the line is more than welcome to join. But I'm not being too hard on myself with must-dos, except release the song and stay committed to the social media side of things, because that's how I got where I am in the first place. So.
And things always come in along the way, don't
Yeah.
they? Along the year.
They just slot in. Like I have a full band wedding coming up and loads of gigs, and if I just do my gigs and they're just the normal pubs and whatever else, I'll be delighted.
Yeah.
I'll be absolutely delighted. I love what I do so much that as long as I'm performing, I'm happy.
Well, before you leave us, can you let us know your social media so people can check you out at home?
Yeah, so it's just isobeljennings.music. I spell it Isobel. That's the crucial bit. So isobeljennings.music if it's Instagram, or I think TikTok would be the same. And then it's just Isobel Jennings Music on everything else, Facebook and YouTube. And www.isobeljenningsmusic.com is my website. And that's I built it myself.
Amazing.
I'm not one bit techie, but I built it myself and it's good.
Well done, Isobel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure.
It's an
interviewing
absolute
you.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're fantastic. Isn't she great? There you go. What a wonderful lady Isobel is. Please check her out on your social media account. We've come to the end of the show. It's gone so fast. Tune in next week. But until then, on behalf of myself, Angel, and the crew here, we'll see you all then. Thank you. Good night. Bye.